What's up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video, and today we'll be starting a brand new tournament of beginner chess bots. You'll be wondering, what's a beginner chess bot? Well, in Chess Kid, there are bots under 1,000, so those are going to be the beginners. Now, today we'll be having the Elly versus Bob matchup, and it's going to be exciting. For a long time, setting all of that up, which is every single bot. We have Shelly and Bob. You're probably wondering, how am I gonna actually do this? Well, it's simple. I'm just gonna try and split screen this. Alright. There, we have Shelly. So pretty much what's gonna happen is, I'm gonna say this, Shelly's gonna have what she does right here, and this is Bob. Oh, wait. Bob's. He's going to be playing as black. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So, Shelly will be going first. Let's shit. So, wait. No, I forgot. Bob is white. And Shelly's black. So, Bob decides to move the knight in front of the bishop. That's the one that's closer to the queen. So, pretty much, I'm just going to be doing this. And moves. Okay, what? What does Bob do? This may be one of the dumbest things I've ever done in my life. Wait, was it Shelly or Elly? It's supposed to be Elly, not Shelly. Oh my god. That's not good. I'm supposed to be not playing Shelly, I'm supposed to be playing Elly. I'm gonna refresh both the games here. Start it out as black. Elly is gonna be white. Let's see here. He moves it out. E3. It's one of the not very smart moves. And what? Elly, what are you doing? Are you sure that's where you want to go? Yes, I am sure. Are you gonna move? Moves the bishop all the way and takes the knight. Please just take the bishop. Elly, do I seem nervous? Yes, okay. Well, smart move. A bunch of bananas is called a hand. What? Decides to move the knight in front of the king. Moves the bishop 1. So it stares at that pawn and its own pawn. Look out. And castles. Okay. Not the smartest move, I would say. Moves the pawn that just took the bishop. Decides to ruin the castle, move the pawn up. If I go into game review, they're gonna call me an absolute idiot. Why would you move the bishop back? And then you move the king? So if they just, let's check. So now what? What do I do here while playing against Elly? Moves the pawn that was in front of the rook to block the check. Actually, a decently smart move, I would say. Not too bad. And takes with the bishop. You can't or just, nope. Probably. Nope, moves. Why am I not surprised? And instead of moving 2, moves it 1. What? And then did it I don't even know what it's supposed to be doing. It's awful. Moves it back 1 and takes the pawn. There's a free pawn there. Just moves the pawn again. This is going to be one of the most painful things I've ever done in my life. But I'm going to be here with you guys. Moves the queen. To protect the pawn. That was already protected by the queen. Knowing Elly's just gonna move. Oh, nope. Takes the knight. Because it is unfair. That's to move the pawn. Right there, okay. And just decides to send the bishop back in between those pawns. This is gonna be one of the most painful things I've ever done in my life, and I forgot to do that. And oh wait. I forgot I can't do that. What happened? Yeah, moved it back. So moves the rook once in order to protect it. Okay. The knight gets moved, so the queen can take. Hopefully they don't do that. Moves the bishop. I didn't even know they had the bishop to move, but stares at the pawn through the bishop. Or stares at the bishop through the pawn. Takes the pawn that was right there. And queen takes. Oh my god. Let's say queen can't take because of the fact that the pawn's protecting. So now, the pawn just takes. What is this game, dude? Moves the rook back one. So that it can be taken by the bishop. How is Elly winning this game? Like, honestly. Okay, you can just take the pawn there. Nope. Moves the rook in. Wait, not even that rook. Moves the taking, just moves it up one. Forever gonna be one of the most painful things I've ever done in my life. Moves the pawn up two. Moves the queen. This is gonna be a painful series, guys. I really don't want to. Okay, moves the pawn. Yes, smart move, smart move. Except the fact that the pawn is hanging. Oh wait, no, because bishop's there. Tries to move it and gives check. Smart move there. Oh, and they're gonna attack the bishop. Yeah, two legal moves. Protecting the bishop there. Oh my goodness. Elly is actually being smart here. She is the higher seed, which makes sense. She's expected to win this. Moves the knight. And instead of taking the knight, which is still protecting, they decide to waste that. So now the knight's protected. It's the whole thing now. If they just do that. Oh, wait, that's what the knight was there. Protect that square, because that would be checkmate. I just moves the pawn. Genius. Use that pawn too. It's already 7 minutes in, and this is complete torture. Bob is getting destroyed right now. Has like nothing to their name, and moves the rook to attack that pawn there. Just moves the pawn up. It looks like we're just moving pawns and stuff now. So I think that's what's going to be happening for a bit. Moves the queen back so that it's staring at its own pawn and that pawn, which is unprotected. Plus gives check. Just takes the bishop because it's the free bishop. Most likely he's going to take that pawn there that is not protected, and he takes it with the pawn. So instead of giving check, he just does that, and now the king is safe behind the knight and the rook, and moves him up to give check, which then sacks the rook. Elly, you actually did something dumb. I would definitely say dumb. And you decide to move one pawn. Okay. Well, Elly sacrificed the queen, and he's gonna push the pawn even more. Just take with the rook. Nope. Why would I take with the rook? That'd be stupid. I'm gonna move the pawn up one. It's right there. There's no protection on it. And they just don't take it. Okay. They move that rook, and that's moves the bishop up one to attack that pawn. Which, if it moves once, then the bishop is now useless. Nope, moves the rook. What is this, dude? What is this? I wanted a nice, clean, fair match, and instead I got this. Moves the pawn out of the attack of the bishop. Like I said, it's now useless. And moves the bishop to be killed by the pawn. Please. And Elly doesn't see it. Just moves the bishop to now be useless. Moves the bishop back once, knowing that Bob has screwed up. Moves the rook up one to take the pawn. There. That's actually a smart move there. Moves the knight back. So now it's even there. Okay, what? They're gonna move the rook up, which gives him nothing. What? Okay, Bob, make a move. You're getting absolutely destroyed, and you do that. So now that pawn is pretty much pinned. It could be taken right now. And nope, they moved that. That rook is trapped in that little area for a while now. It's gonna be trapped in there for a bit. Gives check. Hey, actually a smart move. Now they have to move. They decide to move the bishop. If I'm then, I'm probably not gonna take that. And nope, they trade. Unless they're dumb enough and actually move. Nope, Bob's smart enough to know to take that. Good thing Bob's not an idiot. Push the pawn. Now that pawn, yep, it's hanging. Plus the pawn. Already 40 moves in. And this is all we have because they moved dumb things. They dumb things like that. Of course. Oh my! Sends it down to give taking the free pawn. What? We're gonna move the queen or the king up next to the bishop, and decides to move him back one to attack that pawn. If I'm them, I'm gonna try and push that pawn up. Oh, they moved the bishop to attack the knight. Ooh. They don't see it. They instead decide to... Oh, wait. No, I did that wrong. I did that wrong. They move it. And they don't see it. Of course, they don't see it. Why am I not surprised? I thought I had moved. You do not have moved, dude. If I'm... Okay, this has to move the knight. I was gonna say... that if I was them, I would move it there. If I was them... So now, I know, obviously, if I was them, I would have moved the rook there to give check, and they just don't do that. I'd move the rook there to give check. They're forced to move. Ooh, pawn gets pushed. Which then lets you trade the rook, which then lets you kill the rook for nothing. Moves the king in front because the pawn is protected by the bishop. Oh, and the knight's getting attacked. Elly is making some smart moves. Being the higher seed in this is clearly paying off for her. And they decide not to take the knight. It's a literal hanging knight for nothing. They decide to take the pawn there. He gives check, and it's actually a smart move because now they're forced to get rid of the rook there. I'm already waiting the kill. Yep. Oh, they decide to move it in front of the pawn there. And I can already tell what's gonna happen. Yep. Dead. Rook gone. Down to just the bishop, and they can take that bishop if it doesn't move. Nope, decides to take the knight there. And he takes the bishop. Wait, yeah, Bob takes the bishop, decides to move the king. Bob was on Elly has not been doing too good here, decides to do that instead of maybe taking the pawn. That was literally hanging. Okay, now they can give check by sending the rook right there. Oh, nope, decided to do that. Taking even more moves to try and get that, and they decide to move him back so it's closer to the pawn, probably going to attack that pawn. And instead of taking, they do that. And which now they're going to try and push the pawn, meaning they're going to get a guaranteed queen. And they take the pawn. Instead of maybe attacking, they do that. Which they could try and trade the rook off to get those things, to get the pawns there so they don't end up making queen. This is just going to be one game. I was going to do a best of 3 series, but no, this is torture. does not give check, or maybe take the hanging pawn. They move it back to force it up, and they make a queen. I was doing a game before this. It was like QWERTY versus it was QWERTY versus Elly, or not Elly, QWERTY versus Shelly. That went down to where it was literally queen, or it was literally king versus king, and I think something else. I don't know, but it wasn't a very exciting game. Moves the king up. If they can try and push to make something here, to make something out of this game, then it could be serious. If I'm them, I'm going to try and push that pawn to give check. Oh, nope. Because that forces the king to not have many moves now. Moves it away, closer to the king, where they hang the rook. Rook's dead, down just the pawns. I still have my camera there. If they can, they're going to probably try and get that there. Yep, they give check, which hangs the pawn, unless they move him there, would also protect it. Instead of moving there, because then they take the pawn and you take that queen, but no, they move him back, which hangs the pawn. Just kill the pawn, Elly. Nope, they don't do it. They're going to try and make another queen, where hopefully they can try and ladder checkmate them, because Bob's definitely cooked. Being not the smartest bot in Chess Kid does mean a lot of things, like how you'd be pretty stupid. Nope, just that. Instead of, there's a lot of things they could do. Take the pawn. Nope. Then move there. Okay. I don't understand. He's gonna push the pawn there, but it's in the box, and they decide to move the pawn up one, which then lets them take. Please, yes, they do take. Okay. So unless they want to attack like that, or maybe move him there. Nope, they don't do that either. Okay. Not even taking the hanging pawn. Any of the pawns. And they decide to not push. So that pawn is actually getting... Ooh, good fork there. Forks the queen, the king, and the pawn. They have to move up. And they don't take the pawn. Oh my god. They move him back. But they move him up closer to his pawn. And they move the king. I don't understand. Push the pawns, please. Move the king out of the way. Like, just push the pawns. Please just push the pawns. Oh, gives check. We're going to move the king out of the way. Further to the back. And, oh, the check is given. The check is given. And the king in front. So that if they decide to move, that either way they're going to get another queen or rook, whichever one they pick. As long as it's not a bishop or knight, because then they can't really checkmate with that. They're going to push the pawn, but the spot in front is getting protected. And it's another fork. Good job. They decided to take that pawn there. That was a smart move. If they are smart, though, they're not. Okay. They could have taken that pawn there. That's been hanging this entire game. They decided to push that one. Both pawns could actually become queens here. And they decided to do that. Stopping the king from moving those spots. They decided to push the pawn. Exciting game. Let's see. Oh my goodness. They have two spots to move. They push with the pawn. The pawn's being protected. This could be a checkmate. We could see a checkmate come very soon. They do that move, which gives check. Oh my goodness, Elly, being a big-brained human. Now the pawn is no longer being protected. And they give another check instead of maybe going back to protect the pawn. Which they can just now take that pawn there. Yeah, that's what they do. No more opportunities for a checkmate, maybe. On them, yep, they give check. Elly is clearly was winning this game. They're still +7, so they do have that queen there. But when it comes down to the ability to checkmate, it's not looking good for Elly. They give another check. If they keep giving checks, they can try and maybe take those pawns. Yep, okay. Gives another fork. Please, Elly, be smart enough to take this. They do! They take! And the pawn can't get pushed anymore. The pawn cannot be pushed any longer. And they just have to push the pawn, which then sacks it. Yeah. I had to move the camera down, so it's a lot easier to see now, but what? They don't even take the pawn or give check. I'm trying to adjust this here, but they push, make a queen. Now it's queen versus queen game. It gives a check. I think that's gonna be solely based off of. Oh wait, I messed that up again. I keep messing up. They move diagonally. And we're back. I think this game is gonna just strictly be off of who can accidentally sacrifices first, and which person. Oh my goodness! There's a legal move there, and they sacrifice. I mean, they're forced to take pretty much. I think that's the only moves do. That's the only legal move, and it's a game drawn. The game is drawn here. Yeah, insufficient material. So no one wins that, meaning I do a flip a coin. Flip a coin to decide who wins the game. Okay, heads is Elly, tails is Bob. Let's see here. Win. Elly takes the. Congratulations to Elly. Bob, you are gone. I'm taking that out. Elly with the win somehow. Meaning she will move on in the tournament. If only I could actually change that. So now she's actually. Elly wins. He's going to play Fun Master. I think the H10 one. That's like, because this is going to be like a super fast checkmate, I bet you. I can maybe stick 2 games in. But now pretty much, you guys, I don't think you guys have actually seen the tournament yet. First round in the play-in, we have Elly and Bob to determine who plays Fun Master Mike, and Cordy versus Shelly to determine who plays Tiki, the 2nd seed. Then right here in the 4 versus 5 game, we have Pedro and New Reboots. 6, we have Safe Mode and Ultra.